God gave me a promise for Jill. And when Rainbow Omega came, it was like I fulfilled that promise. Stinson and Diane have a mission that God gave them, and they've stayed true to that.
For the last 35 years, my wife Margaret and I have desperately tried to teach our daughter Meredith what she needed to know to be independent in the world. But unfortunately, the reality is that she doesn't have the physical or mental ability to make it in the mainstream society. I mean, that's just unfortunately the facts.
You just really didn't know what was going on a lot of the times when you let them out of your care and out of your sight. And if you have a place where you feel like they're protected, where they're well taken care of, it gives you a lot of comfort to know that they're in a good place.
In which we were in the process of getting her to come to Rainbow Omega, I really knew that it was going to be the thing when I would come home in the evening after work and Julie would be sitting at the window waiting for me and just sitting there, and she would sometimes sit there for 30 or 40 minutes just waiting till I came home. And I thought, I cannot be the highlight of my daughter's life. You know, she needs a better life than that.
It is a huge relief to know that this place is here and has given such a quality of life to my brother. There just aren't enough words to express that.
On the way up here, I never thought Chris would say this, but he looked over his mother and said, "Mama, I'm scared." And then she looked back at him and said, "I'm scared too, baby."
On a personal note, it always helped us knowing that you and Diane had gone through the same thing with your son. We felt like you understood, and that mattered a lot.
I try.
And Rainbow Omega, as Jim always tells other people, Jim is my husband, and when somebody asks him about Rainbow Omega, he says it's well organized, it's well managed, and it shares our values.
I know that there's a big push to normalize these children and try to get them in the normal society, but they don't work in the normal society. And most people, if they were honest about it, they would say that.
Yeah.
And we as parents all know that, you know, and that's why we're here.
I can't help but wonder that the people who don't seem to understand, if they just spent a day with our children, you know, they would have a better sense of, you know, Julie can't go to the bathroom by herself. Julie, you know, has to have her food cut up. Julie has to help get dressed. But Julie can go to work and put plastic grommets in a little bag and be satisfied and be happy. But she can't have those adult responsibilities.
And it's not like we all didn't fight the fight.
Oh, we tried. Yeah.
I mean, do we not want these things for our children? Sure, we'd love for our children to grow up and be able to have a normal life track.
Here comes my boss now with the bag.
Well, Rainbow is a family atmosphere all the way around. When Jill first came here, Stinson said to me, "I want Rainbow Omega to be Jill's home." And it has become her home. It has become her family. She comes home once a month on a Friday, and she comes back on a Monday. She's happy to come home, but she's happier to come back because this is home and this is family.
My brother is the same way. He loves getting back here. He's happy to come home, but now he started to call me. Not so long ago he called. He said, I want to stay here for Easter. I want to go to my church for Easter. And he calls it home. He refers to it as his home. And I'm very happy about that. I just take it as a great sign that he is so happy here.
Meredith refers to the girls and the guys in the B house as her family. She came to Rainbow and she immediately prospered. She takes tremendous pride in her job at the workshop. You know, it's like she's in the mainstream all of a sudden. She has a reason to get up in the morning. She has to go to work. She sets goals and she feels productive, and that makes her perceive herself as a valued human being.
Because I like coming to work and make money and ride the bike And exercise?
She has true friends, people who are her friends because they really like her, not because it's an act of being kind to less fortunate people. She's safe, she's healthy, she's happy, and she has really blossomed as a human being.
I have to agree with you about the work center. Here he has the freedom to go outside, walk over here and play a game of basketball, or go for a walk around the property. He has a job where he doesn't have to worry that he's being ridiculed or made fun of. They develop this wonderful attitude and set goals for themselves. He is enormously proud. He just loves it. When he comes back here, he can't wait to walk back there and say hello to all his friends. And they're, hey Bruce, how are you? It's something he didn't have when he was working out in the public. That's what I wanted for him when both of our parents were gone, was a place where Bruce could be Bruce.
It has helped Kristen immensely because she started, even all of our family members say, you know, she talks a lot more now. She's come out, you know, and she's very conversational because she's got a community here that she can respond to and, you know, just interact with on a daily basis, which makes a huge difference in all of our children's lives, I think.
Hello, Mom.
When we brought Julie here for the first time, I took Julie to the workshop, and I was obviously, you know, kind of torn about leaving. I kept on sort of stopping and starting, and one of the other residents came up to me and he said, don't worry, we'll take good care of Julie. Yeah. And then it was so like, okay, you know, and they did. I think the work that they have is a tremendous plus to them. It gives them structure to their day, just like we all need structure, and it's really, I think Rainbow, if it didn't have the workshops, it wouldn't be the place that we love it to be.
The workshop here gives her a sense of value. She's committed to it. On Monday morning, when she gets up to come back here, when she's home for the weekend, she doesn't even tell me bye. She heads to that car with her daddy. She doesn't even tell me bye. It's like, you know, I'm moving on. And Jim says when they walk in the door, she's gone.
In the beginning, I had no idea that it would turn into this. God has given this to us. It's been a gift from God. And I believe this is the right thing to do. Our joy in life now is getting Chris having a happy life. Makes us happy.
Watch out, come fix him.
I know that my son could not compete in normal society. If you took Chris and placed him in an apartment, which is the politically correct thing to do today, he would be isolated. He would be taken advantage of. And who is going to take the time to brush his teeth and smile about it while you're doing it and not take it as a chore? Well, to hear you guys talking, you know, it gives you encouragement to keep on keeping on. As we're discovering, as they grow older, there are more needs. And one of the things right now that's becoming a big need is to care for these individuals when they get older and they become frail. It's always been a thought in my life, and I'll just use my son Chris. I wouldn't want him to live his days out here, and then when he got sick and he got down, he's moved somewhere else in a strange place. Let them die with dignity here among their people. And I've watched how they react at a funeral. They just go by the grave and say, bye, Jimmy. And they handle death a lot better than we do.
It is a huge relief to know that this place is here and has given such a quality of life to my brother. There just aren't enough words to express that.
Rainbow Omega has been an answer to prayer that I wish everybody had.
Amen. Amen.
From a mama's heart, I can't imagine any other place, and we looked long and hard to find a place for Jill, that she would be happy and content and satisfied if something happened to Mom and Dad and we couldn't take care of her.
We take great pride in the fact that Rainbow is one of those organizations that does what everybody says they should do, but rarely gets it together. I mean, it stands for working hard against an impossible problem, for demonstrating one's true beliefs by their everyday actions. And I just think Rainbow is a very, very special place.